Sweat Equity Podcast and streaming show, number one comedy business podcast in the world. Pragmatic entrepreneurial advice with dick jokes. I'm your host, Law Smith. Sitting to my right, your left on the tube, Eric Redinger.
Some people call me Cool Eric.
Yeah. We're 2020's best small, medium enterprise business advisory podcast in the United States.
Yeah, we are.
Presented by Lux Global Excellence Awards, proudly hosted by Lux Life Magazine. It's a real award, guys.
It's so real.
It's not a trophy scam. God, I want to get a trophy like Scam Expert
You don't have to, it doesn't have to be a scam. We can just buy trophies.
for $200. Yeah, we could buy our own and make it our own thing.
Soccer team trophy.
Yeah. This episode of Sweat Equity is brought to you by Grasshopper. Try grasshopper.com/sweat. Like Key Sweat gets you $75 off an annual plan. You think I know these by
Focus.
now? You think I know?
Yeah, I know.
Scalable business phone line. Don't have a Google Voice. Don't have your personal phone number attached to your business, side hustle, your Etsy store, even Craigslist, even dating apps. Why would you do that?
Well, that might help.
Have a little security for yourself. Keep a little distance between personal, church and state, personal and business. Have a business phone line. Try grasshopper.com/sweat. Gets you $75 off an annual plan. Who's giving you $75 off of shit? I can't get $75 off of anything at Verizon.
No.
Ever.
No.
They somehow screw you on the back end.
Yeah.
That's how I like it.
I agree.
That's how I like it, though.
Yeah.
ExpressVPN, try expressvpn.com/sweat. Get 3 months free off an annual plan there. What's ExpressVPN? It's a virtual private network. Don't be tracked by big data. Or if you want to log into another country to get those IPs going, because you need to
Get them IPs going.
You want to get in a different website? That's your site. Try expressvpn.com/sweat. And lastly, warbyparkertrial.com/sweat. 5 free pairs to try on at home. Prescription eyeglasses, sunglasses, the disruptor in big eye wear. 5 free pairs to try on at home. Hit it up. All the links will be in the description. Let's get this party started. Yeah!
What about my sweat equity? Sweat equity. Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity. Sweat equity. What about my sweat equity?
Almost forgot a hottie tottie. I mean,
I was waiting for it.
goddamn.
Did you hear how clunky it was?
Goddamn.
Yeah, well, you'll figure it out just like them ads. You'll get it one day.
Look, a lot ADD's off the chain today, and that's fine.
Ooh, good.
Harnessing it in a good. Sometimes it can help. It can kind of keep you. If you can harness ADD in a way, it can kind of, in a inverse kind of way, keep you focused on some things.
Sure, yeah. I mean, for podcast, people love it when you go on tangents and never return to the original idea. But
I don't think that many people that are listening, when we do go on some tangent highway stuff, I don't know how many people will remember like
True.
the original point if they're
Yeah.
listening the whole way through. Look, people are listening to this while they're jogging, while they're doing laundry. It's active.
go faster too, by the way. Run faster.
Active listening, passive activity. As I heard one of the guys on Shark Tank kind of explain it. And that's kind of how podcasting works. And look, if you're listening to this and you like the podcast, the best thing you can do really over doing any of those ads is
Give me money.
tell a friend about the podcast. You can Venmo us, whatever you
Yeah,
want.
just send us money. Don't have to tell your friends, just give us money.
But that'll be our Patreon. I don't want to get us on Patreon. There's already some controversy with that platform now.
That's why we're not on.
Well,
That's why.
they don't. I heard they're shutting down a lot of the right side of things over there. If you have a
Political right?
yeah,
Oh,
which is strange
okay.
because green should be your number one motive as a business. In a weird time where all the tech kind of giants really lean very left, we're going to get in this weird area where free speech, or not free speech, but like they're private institutions, but it's that thing of like,
Public pressure.
yeah,
mean-
I think it's going to have an adverse effect. I think they think they're curbing hate speech or we had Donald Trump getting permanently suspended,
Yeah.
which is expulsion.
I heard Twitter lost $5 billion in worth from that.
Really?
Yeah.
From that?
Yeah. I mean, that's, stocks are weird, but yeah.
Yeah, but what no one wants to talk about is like Twitter kind of sucked. It sucked for a while now.
I haven't been on Twitter in God knows how long.
I was like, maybe I'll go back to cultivating Twitter as like a literal news feed of just stuff I would, think like
Yeah, like
Wall
diarrhea
Street
of
Journal,
your brain.
Wall Street Journal,
Or that.
New York Times, ProFootballTalk.com, the important stuff.
Your Twitter.
Yeah, and just that's what I just need to see in my feed, kind of thing.
Right.
But I don't know. It's the worst social because it focused so much on brands and celebrity, and it created this huge wide gap. And they have, I don't know, they have a myriad of problems, and it's one of those things where it's like, to be fair to them though, they did let Trump kind of go nuts for a while on there. Like they had to have liked it, really.
For sure. I mean, they were definitely making money off of them somehow.
If anything, they're kind of pro-Trump in some people's eyes, I'm sure.
Why?
Because
Just 'cause
they
they let
allowed him to do it until now.
Yeah. I mean, that's a free speech thing, sort of, but
I think they had to. I was thinking about it. They really had to stick to their code of conduct in a very black and white way, even though it's not very black and white for them, because they'll shut down accounts that
yeah.
just
I mean,
mention someone saying trans.
sure, yeah.
Could be
Former
transit-
president of the United States is going to have his own special circumstances for sure.
Yeah, I think they shut it down because he incited violence. They said.
Yeah, he didn't help.
I didn't read any of them.
Well, I mean, I don't actually. I saw just a rundown of what it was. Basically, he did. He was not necessarily telling people not to attack the Capitol, and I'm not so sure he didn't tell them that he loved them and that they're good people and stuff like that.
Hey, Capitol Hill, we doing AL or OL? What's going on there?
It's OL,
Yeah, what? My poor grammar.
right?
My brain doesn't work. It's OL, I think.
Yeah, I
but
think
I'm like, is that right? Is that
For some reason, I can see it on a coin or a bill or something.
Is that-
dollar bill?
maybe it's the cartoon? I'm a bill.
Maybe that's it. Well, everything in my mind is in cartoons,
Right.
so.
But it's one of those things where is it like colors when British people put a little U in there,
Yeah,
and you're like, wow, that's
thing.
fancy, man.
yeah,
Or we borrow him from the Queen's English.
right.
Hey, welcome to Grammar Talk.
Pretty cool, right? Brought to you
Sponsored
by
by-
Grammarly. Said it first. Damn it! Ha! God, we're dorks for apps.
Fuck yeah,
Jeez.
bro. Fuck yeah.
Oh, I hate myself right now.
No, man, we're syncing. Our periods are lined up
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. Hey, by the way, thanks for all the thoughts and prayers out there. My balls feel great after my vasectomy
Yep.
3 weeks ago, and it looked like a dead bat for a while.
Right. And now the bat
I'm looking
is
right at the
alive.
camera. Maybe if I clip this out just for no reason.
No, there
Just
could
to
be
be-
a one shot.
So I'll do a
Direct to camera.
Thank you for your thoughts and prayers for my balls and scrotum after my vasectomy 3 weeks ago. It looked like when you leave old fruit out on the counter, you think you're gonna make
What?
banana bread out of those old bananas, and then you just leave it there and
What?
you get some flies and shit. It looked pretty gross and kind of contusion-y, but now we're back.
Contusion-y.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
that's a
I like
word.
that.
What?
Grammarly's a word.
That's not a word either, really. It's a brand
I
name.
know, it's ironic. It's an ironic brand name. It's kind of funny.
I guess it is when you think about it.
Right.
I didn't do
That's-
very good Grammarly.
That's
wise.
the wink nod, I think, of the name.
Really? Or
Yeah.
they didn't just add ly like every other app on the entire.
There was a period like
Earth.
like everybody bought up the LY domains
Yeah.
for I think it's Libya maybe. Or wait,
Oh, you're talking about the actual extension on the end of
on
the
a URL.
URL.
Yeah. A lot of
I mean,
people
I'm
did
just
that.
saying the name of an app. adding ly was the jam for a long time.
Hey, I shout out to Timely.
Timely.
I love Timely. Out of
Timely reference.
Oslo. Time.ly. Timely. They're awesome.
Oh.
I'm using it to track my time. It's been interesting to see where I'm spending a lot of time, and
Bent over in the mirror looking at your nutsack.
I lay down. Oh. I want to take a rest if I'm gonna really look at it.
Really get the best
I get a
angle
hand
laying
mirror.
down?
You know what I actually done? I get the phone and use that as the mirror, the camera.
FaceTime.
But I'm always so scared now because have you accidentally swiped left on Instagram and it's like start a video, start live stream?
Oh, that happens to me all
Fuck.
the time while I'm taking a dump.
And I'm like, no.
I mean, I'm
I don't like
surprised
this.
there's not like a whole Instagram page, like profile of people accidentally posting while they're taking a shit. I'm doing that.
That's gonna
Just
be
like that ugly upward angle
Yeah, you catch yourself.
of the
Fat booth.
person being like terrified in their face
Yeah, I'm like,
and also
oh man,
pooping at the same time.
this is how my dog sees me on the toilet all the time. Poor Bo.
I don't know about that angle, man.
Yeah, he's a
Gets
little
up
guy.
in it.
He follows me around. I'm his master, and I feed him.
Nobody's arguing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, he's a gay dog, and he might want to see a little dick action.
That is okay. That's the real answer. That's what's really going on.
People think I make that up. He's really gay.
Oh yeah, so
He's a
gay.
twink. We got to get our dogs together.
You ever hear a bark with a lip?
What if our
lisp?
dogs get married?
Okay, we should just do it. They can't say no.
We should see. I bet there is someone who's ordained in dog marriages.
Right. Only dogs. We don't want any previous humans.
We're gonna have trouble getting a
Experiences.
cake, I'm sure, because of
No.
the gay cake controversy. But
Get a gay erotic dog cake.
yeah, that's shaped like
Red Rocket.
it's all
Red
wet.
velvet.
Yeah,
Ah, yeah. Somebody out there can hook that up. Yeah.
yeah. They just bring a bunch of Swedish fish that are just have a little bit of water. Water. On it. Yeah, I went there. I went too far.
Too far, law.
Well, look, maybe I'm vamping. Maybe I don't really want to be vulnerable and talk about some goal setting. But,
Oh.
I think it's important. It's important to put it out there. We've done it before on the show. I don't think you remember.
I don't remember much of anything.
We definitely have done it before. Goal setting for the year. A lot of people doing New Year's resolution. Most people, I forget the numbers I read, but it's an absurd amount of people break their New Year's resolutions by Super Bowl or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
I totally believe that.
like 70% or something.
Yeah.
You go to the gym, it's fucking packed right now. By March, it's fine. Like no one's there. And
Right.
that's the gym business model, honestly.
Yeah. They make all their money January.
They can't have everybody there at the same time. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. I was just talking about this yesterday, reading this book, Badass Habits.
Okay.
And something that stood out to me in this was about when you want to create these new habits, like going to the gym and whatever, it's really important to mentally own what it is you're doing, where like a lot of people, see themselves as overweight and they got to lose weight, and they're a fat person who needs to lose weight. It's like, well, if you think of it the other way, where it's like you're somebody who's in shape who put on too much weight, that's going to help you be much more likely to adopt this habit long term. You know what I'm saying? So like
try to-
mentally becoming the person you want to be from going to the gym, shredded, whatever, in your mind, you go there first rather than thinking, oh, I got to lose this weight. It's like, I got to bring out that person that's already in there.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Like it sounds like a positive reinforcement or kind of an acting as if.
Yeah, I mean,
get
it's-
there.
Yeah, it's like you're manifesting through your mind, what you want, and then it outwardly comes. It just helps you mentally be able to adopt a new habit.
Yeah, it's
Because you're
very
not fighting against yourself,
right. And I keep telling myself it's super easy to not do it.
Oh yeah.
Right, like that's the easy thing. When a lot of people are giving me shit about what I've been telling them, here's what I want to do. I'll go over my list on the show, but it's one of those things where they're like, "Wow, that seems like a lot to handle." And in my head, it'll creep in a little bit like that, like the negativity part.
Right.
And then I'm trying to in a like a brain habit kind of way, be like, I shouldn't let that affect me. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like a lot to you,
Right. And that's what.
and it is a lot. But I'm saying like, it's manageable, and so yeah,
And that's another thing. It's like, if you have somebody that's telling you about their goals or what they're trying to do, don't take a shit on them. You know, like just don't shoot it down and poke holes in it right away. Like you don't know what their plan is. I mean, that I see a lot.
I feel like you're about to with all mine.
Oh well, yeah.
Do you
That's
where-
for the
where's your
show,
list?
though.
Do you
That's
have a
for the
li-
show,
do you have
though.
where's your list?
I'm gonna copy off yours.
Okay.
It's all we have the same goals.
I mean, I broke it up. We got some advice from a mentory kind of teacher guy that had 20 of them, put it on a poster and put it in his wall, and he said send it out to everybody, send it out to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Put it out there. I felt kind of corny, but then it was like, whatever. I don't give a shit anyway. Like,
I know.
After the last couple of years, personally, what are you going to take from me?
Right. Try and hurt my fucking feelings.
Right.
I dare you.
And so I try to look at an overall theme, a little bit of like, let's get back to better than I used to be in a lot of different categories. What did I really want to do? But really to break down goals, and I learned this from in high school from a good economics teacher, was like saying you want to go to church more is not a goal.
Right.
It's not quantifiable. So there's a acronym for SMART goals. It's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and then time based.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it has to fit in all that criteria.
Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah, for sure. You don't want to be getting to the end of the year and be like, well, did I do that?
Yeah.
You should be able to know whether you reach your goal or not.
So like wanting a bigger penis, probably not attainable.
But it's measurable.
Haha.
Eh?
Hey.
I mean, we'll get to the end of the year. We'll see.
But one way to do it, to get to those goals, is I wrote out kind of like non-goals first. Like, what do I want to do? And it's like, well, I want to feel healthier. I want to have more energy.
Right.
Right? So I put that like to the left of this whole column of stuff.
Right.
And I go, okay, how am I going to, what's a goal to make me get there kind of thing? And I was like, one of them's like, all right, I'm as fat as I've ever been for me. I'm carrying around a lot more weight than I call it the vasectomy partying of just not doing anything
Tell you what,
for 2 weeks
you
and just
looked like-
eating pizza.
You look just like a big baby at the Christmas party.
Yeah.
So
bad
funny.
bad execution there. That had nothing to do with my weight necessarily. But
Well, it just added, the belly helped with the baby look. I mean, it's really good. Really good baby.
I don't have a gut. I'm just saying I got
I'm just saying the shape was more
I have
than
a
it normally
T-Rex
is.
baby
I
body,
know.
yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't call you fat.
no, but
Fat ass.
for me, but I feel it. You could kind of feel it.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, all right, let's see. I'm 210 now. Woo! Yeah. I think the highest I've ever been is 220 when I was in high school. But that's like working out every day, like just after football practice and shit for 3 hours.
Yeah, you got 50 pounds on me.
Yeah, which is fucking nuts. And
I know.
But I feel it. I don't feel well day to day. I know I could feel better when I'm under a certain. So I was like, okay, one thing to get me there is be under 183 pounds. But it's like, well, I need to make that measurable and kind of attainable. So it was like in time based. So it was like at least for 3 months out of the year. Right?
3 months out of the year, you want to be under that weight?
Yeah.
No, that's not what you want to do.
That I'm making that.
You're the man who is 183 pounds. Get back to that man.
Right. No, but I'm saying as a goal on my list of
Are
goals.
you saying within the next 3 months?
No, just for at least 3
Random
months.
3 months out of the year?
Yeah.
You could see how that's a dumb goal.
Well, you don't
Was
want
it
to.
you just going to get fat again?
No. I'm allowing myself, because what I do is I go too hard in the paint on a lot of shit. Right.
Right.
I'll get there. I could go get to 183. Right.
Right.
And then
And then what?
right.
And what's the point of that if you're not going
But
to maintain it?
The point is, if I could take 8 or 9 months to get to there by the end of next year, be able to be under that.
Oh, you're saying that you want to be for this year have
3
so
months.
by the end of September.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it could be any 3 months in the middle of the year.
Okay. No, see,
The
You
point
went
is
backwards,
The
though.
point, but the point is,
But you can't be building in like failure on the back end because it's failure if you put the weight back on.
it's realistic. It's what I'm saying.
It's not. I mean, why? Why does that have to? Why is that realistic?
The
and not keep
idea-
it- you got there.
Look,
Why can't you keep it off?
The idea is that because there's a lot of other shit on the plate, so it's like one of those
Yeah,
things.
that's the problem.
All right, so like one thing is like you could do 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups a day. So it's like,
Herschel Walker.
yeah, except he did 1,000
Right.
because he has OCD.
Mm-hmm.
And so, or Ray Lewis when he was in jail for
Allegedly something.
allegedly killing someone.
Right.
He would do 500 push-ups and sit-ups a day or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
There's no reason I can't do that, right? That's 100 and 100 every day. I think I made it like 34,000 just because I like the number 34. So do 34,000 push-ups a year, 34,000 sit-ups in the whole year.
All right.
Easy fitness goal.
What are you at?
I'm doing 120 a day on each. So
Okay.
because the way
Work
to
ahead.
right, so the way not to get behind is to get ahead, right?
Sure.
And whatever I can kind of small win stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? The weight stuff is more of a small wins thing. It's not. I'll be able to get that. I know I can. It's one of those things where it's like, just make that one a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think in general, like, you know, if you want to do it, like I said, change your mindset. Like change, and not necessarily at you. I know what you're going to do, whatever the hell you want. You're not going to listen to me. But if you're out there trying to
listen.
lose weight, don't build it in like, okay, I'm going to, you know, get there and then I'll take a little time off. Don't do that. Once you get
I
to your
probably
goal,
won't. I'm just saying,
right? I'm just saying, have a second goal maybe.
All right, run it.
173.
Well, maybe that'll be next year.
What's the lowest you've ever been in the last,
Like an adult.
like as you and I have been friends, so I can picture it.
Oh, maybe. I mean, 187. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably look weird, like 170 pounds.
No, the reason I did 183
Head looked
is because
probably gigantic.
I got in the best shape probably 10 years ago. I was like, one of the things that wasn't a goal. I was like, let's see if I can get in better shape than I was 10 years ago.
Okay.
And 183 was part of that constraint.
I see.
So I added this on late. You can add stuff in. Walk, run, 2,000 miles. Not too difficult, but you do have to make time for it.
It was 2,000. I think you said 5,000.
No, 2,000. We did this yesterday. We're
No,
talking about
yeah, we were talking about it
5.5
yesterday.
miles a day. You got to.
That's
on average.
5,000 miles.
No.
I think we did the math. I don't know. Okay. I was looking at. I think I had over 6,000 last year. That was from 1 year I was looking at.
2,000 divided by, is it a leap year? 365. It's
'Cause that'll matter.
5.479. So basically 5.5.
So that you just did 2,000
Yeah.
divided by
365.
365. Okay.
You did this yesterday too, in front of me.
I like I said, I don't remember nothing.
It's because you didn't make any goals this year. God
Yeah,
damn
my
it.
goal is to remember.
Run a half marathon. That's part of the. So this is all a fitness clump of stuff, right? All attainable. I've done.
Well, I didn't do 6,000 miles last year. What the hell am I talking about? Well, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know what you were talking about.
Must have been a lifetime of that app.
Yeah, walk, run, 2,000 miles. I listened to the Burt Kreischer's podcast. He was talking about him and Michelle Wolf talking about it, going back and forth. They put it out there as a 2,000-mile challenge. I was like, something that has to be a little bit terrifying too. It has to be a
Yeah.
little anxiety. Like,
Yeah.
everything kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But nothing we're doing is
Right.
Nothing.
You should put
we
on
don't do
there-
things because they're easy. We do them because they're hard. That
Right.
Kennedy quote.
You should put one ice bath a month on there.
Put it on yours, man.
I already exceeded that.
But
goal.
there's other things along the way because I might want to work on inflammation stuff. So I might just add that into a habit or a routine, a weekly routine.
Sure.
Right? I'm already kind of doing a lot of stuff. So I'm excited to have like the ancillary, because you have to like have a strategy for everything, to attain this.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you're like, oh, I have to build habits
right.
to be able to, I got to build in time to walk, run, on
Sure.
average 5.5, right?
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of scheduling. That's making sure that my schedule's tight and I'm not, if I'm going to have to work on jokes or something creative, I'm going to do it while I'm walking again. I used to do that a bunch.
Yeah. And that it's part of that is also making it easy. Set yourself up for success, whatever that is. Schedule it out. Have your plan in place. Like, know how you're going to do it.
So a lot of these three are kind of post-divorce stuff for me, but it's like being a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, be debt-free and make over $200K.
Yeah.
Those are all attainable, all doable. I have no reason not to be able to do that now.
Right.
And so that's more of like kind of bigger, kind of like keep your eyes on the prize. And honestly, by doing this and really kind of thinking about it a lot over the holiday break, because I try to really, I have a lot of ones that I didn't make the cut, like get a bigger penis.
Right.
Or get, your foreskin added back on.
Right.
Things like
Yeah.
that.
With extra.
Professional stuff like gainer leadership roles, something throughout the year.
Right.
Right. Volunteer services, something we used to do when we had our agency was try to have one designated thing a quarter to donate time to.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get back to that. This one's
Yeah,
tough.
we should actually figure something out for that.
Oh, I've got. I'll tell you about that off air. I told you and Damien from after we were off air last week, after we did our episode, Damien Alpizar, produce, and I'd want y'all to be involved. Produce your own stand-up hour, just put it on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun.
It's gonna be tough. It might be tough in COVID era, but it's doable.
We're in Florida, baby.
I'm just sitting.
No rules.
I'm sitting on material I've done for over 10 years that still kind of works. I just need to have something like that to go toward, like running a half marathon. I fucking hate jogging. I don't want to do it. But if I
Yeah.
put it on the calendar and go, okay, I could take 6 months and really just ease into it and just go Hal Higdon. If anybody needs a beginner's runner's guide on how to really actually schedule that out,
Yeah.
start with you run 3 times a week and you run a mile
Yeah.
and then all that stuff.
That's all on the internet.
So I want this podcast to have over 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
20,000.
I mean 20,000. Sorry, 20,000 subscribers. That's going to be a tough one too,
Yeah.
but
Maybe
it's
a few
doable.
people would tell your friends.
Right. So if you
Or
wanna-
Give me money.
do that. We don't care about the subscribers.
I was listening to Legion of Skanks, and I'm like, maybe we can make a deal with that with Gas Digital and just make some kind of revenue share situation where, look, they don't have to do any cost to produce it. We'll just split whatever revenue comes in through them. We kind of align as a business show within that kind of free speech thing they got going on
Yeah.
there. Maybe a deal like that will help us, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I should say, like, the podcast is doing as good as it's ever done. It's doing the best it
But
has right now.
A lot of that's like,
If
I
that
know
helps
I need to work on a
encourage.
lot of our digital marketing stuff that I know to do. I just need to get in that badass habits kind of stuff and not think of it as a fucking drudge to like
Yeah.
get that email blast out. We like work on our online community stuff I've been sitting on.
Yeah. It needs to be on autopilot, these things. It just needs to be
It'll get there.
no more negotiating in our own minds about it. It
Right,
just
right.
happens.
That-
That's the thing.
And part of that is what I've gotten already out of this is telling myself, stop thinking about it, just go do it.
Yeah. That's something I prescribed is just make your body start doing it. And your body can drag your mind kicking and screaming behind it. But like standing up and just stand up. Well, most stuff you got to get up to. It's just stand up, start there, and then go. Like, stop thinking about it.
Yeah, but like habits that are just like not really habits, but I see like litter on the ground, I'm picking it up again kind of thing. Instead of going, stop thinking about just picking up that piece of trash, just pick it up and just make that a thing.
Yeah,
Then
I was
it's-
reading this random thing about a shopping cart theory. How the shopping cart
Oh my
is.
God.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I know where you're going, I think, and I have a huge hair up my ass about
Yeah.
people who don't return the shopping carts.
Yeah, the shopping cart theory is that it is the best indicator of how you contribute to society, just because there's no repercussions for not returning your cart,
Yeah.
but you know it's the right thing to do.
Right.
So, barring any circumstance, when you have kids though, that's what's weird. Is like if I'm taking my 2 kids and the car's parked across the way, and they're older now, so like it's not a big deal for them to just stay in the car for a second by themselves. But when you have a baby, you can't really like throw the baby in there
I
and
do.
go over there. Sure, I know you're irresponsible.
Is it?
I'm just saying, like,
Maybe
that would
30
be an
yards away.
excuse if somebody came at me. I'd be like, there's a baby in there. Shut up. You know?
I could see that out of a mom, like a mom I wouldn't get along with, a young mom I wouldn't, a Karen,
What?
if you will.
Is
That
the
kind of
one hollering?
excuse, yeah.
Or the one that doesn't return the cart.
In that situation, I could see myself. I envision myself fighting with a Karen-esque kind of woman.
You're the dick who's yelling at her for not returning the cart.
I might just give like a smug like face, like
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I know that face.
I do have a hair at my ass with that, and I did write this down as like a premise or something. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe it was for this show. Maybe it was for this moment. Who knows? That the new not returning the cart is parking in the pickup grocery area. You know how that now have designated areas.
Right.
I have a pretty hood Publix near me that I go to frequently, and occasionally I'll order stuff ahead, pick it up on the way from work,
Right.
and people just park there, just go in.
Oh.
And
yeah.
I know they see the sign. Like there's four spots near the front, bright green sign that's like this is for pickup
Yeah.
orders, and people just like pretend to not see it or whatever. Or it's like that's like the new like shitty not returning
Yeah.
the grocery cart.
We're under the microscope socially at the grocery store, huh?
Well, it's a communal area. It is an index of your neighborhood in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I guess everybody's got to eat.
Right. So other one was a little professional was automated lead gen for, having my personal brand website, and maybe we'll do something through Sweat Equity and my old agency site of just having that be a 10x ROI of just doing consulting hours as it comes. No huge projects, but anything that comes in is,
Yeah.
an easy hour or two here and there, just consulting, not getting super involved in anything crazy,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
but doing something that, hey, I'm going to charge $186.50 an hour. If that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'll find you someone I'll give you some resources otherwise.
Yeah.
Another one's, all right, so learn how to drive stick and then go to the weekend racing school. I don't know if I've ever talked to you about that.
Okay.
I don't know how to
Where
drive
do I
stick.
start?
I don't know how to drive stick.
It's too late for that.
Why?
I don't think you can do it.
I can't
Mentally.
learn how to, what?
I just don't think you can do it.
I think I have a good racing vision in a weird way.
I do notice that I'm taking a shit on your goals, like I told everybody not
Right,
to. I
right.
do notice that. Yeah. But that specifically,
Why?
I don't know, because it's actually the easiest one. I just thought it'd be funny to say you can't do that one.
We'll go to racing school. It's like a weekend thing. It's one of those things I've been thinking about for 10 years. Put it on there just because it's just been sitting there lingering. I heard it's awesome.
We could have a kick-ass Daytona weekend.
I mean, that's where you go in Florida.
I
There's
know.
one in Arizona too. That's awesome too. But apparently, you get you can do burnouts. You can race on a track. By the end of it, you have a real command for driving and stuff. And I used to be really good at the souped up go-kart racing.
Humble brag.
Well, when I was little, though, my uncle used to build Lotuses for fun, and my mom always thinks I'm like him because he's creative. He was a movie director, writer, taught film at Texas in Fort Worth, University of Texas, Fort Worth, and then would also do these engineering things like build cars. He had a very math mind. Kind of like Clockwork Orange director. God damn it. Shining director. Help me out here.
No.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Nope.
All right, I'll just look it up.
No.
What's
I'd
his
like
name?
to hear you.
Kubrick. So Kubrick was a great creative mind that used to do math problems for fun.
Yeah, that's odd.
Right. No, but a lot of people want to separate that creative, art side with math.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
my
no.
thing is I always had a weird thing where it felt out of place either or, and it's no, they work together kind of
Yeah,
thing.
no, they definitely work together.
I don't know. It's one thing that gives me a little bit of it gives you a little chill. I don't really want to do it because it's easier not to do it.
Yeah.
So
And it's far away.
yeah, but it's something I have to plan out. I gotta coordinate.
Where would you even get a manual transmission car?
Just go rent a car and do it?
Oh, you're going to rent a car for this?
No, I've already had friends that are like, "I'll show you how to do it."
What?
Yeah. I'll bet.
Read
Make
12
fun of you the
books
whole
in the
time.
year. That's an easy small win.
Okay. I like that.
Snail mail 100 handwritten thank you cards. I used to be good at that. Started doing it again. That's easy. That's a gratitude thing.
Yeah, that's good. I need to write that down.
Write 52 blog posts. That's not too.
That's you're one behind. Two behind. How
How do
many?
you know? Oh, I don't have to publish them all at once. All a week in a row. I've been writing them.
Are you going to be cramming on December 31st?
No. I've written some already.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't pushed them out yet because I'd rather have the site up, my personal site up, than push them in a calculated way. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that goes with like the 10x ROI lead gen thing. So some of these kind of help the other in a way. Write a book. That one's going to be the toughest, I think.
Sure. Yep, that's hard.
But I think
Long.
I'm
and you're not a
thinking
good
of
writer.
strategies. I've always wanted to write a book like Carl Hyacin and Tim Dorsey, fiction writers that write about Florida, and they're very, it has 7 different stories going on at once that all kind
You
of.
talk about you want to write a fiction book?
I would down the line. I think to get this to do one, what's kind of the easier win? That might be next year or the year after that kind of thing. But to do a book this year, it just get something out, and it might just be. I was thinking about the easiest way might be just taking interviews we've had from this show, calling it Sweat Equity Volume 1. People like to call it like
Yes, that.
Here's
would be the
advice
easiest
from
way
people
to,
smarter
quote-unquote, write a book.
smarter than us. Well, it is still writing a book.
Yes.
And it would be
I guess.
published, and you get to be an author, and you don't have to do anything.
Well, I'm writing a book right now.
So self-publish that. It's doable on Amazon. I know so many people now doing that, and it's
We
like
could do that this afternoon if we really want to become authors.
sure. And then write jokes for at least 3,450 minutes. I don't know why I came up with that number, but
Because you like the number 34 because of Bo Jackson?
no, I broke it down. I think that's like 20 minutes a day. If I can't write or rewrite jokes for that much per day, it's pretty bad. And then stuff for my kids. Kids learn how to swim this year. Teach kids how to ride a bike.
Yes.
Read 200 bedtime stories. And that's it. Those are
Those
all.
bedtime stories do not count
Why?
to your book.
No.
For the record.
No. I didn't. You know what? I didn't
2
even.
weeks.
I didn't even think about that. No, I'd be done by now if that was it.
Oh, okay.
I bought a bunch of kids' books, and I let both of them pick one for me to read. So the girl gets one, the boy gets one.
And that's what he calls them, too.
Yeah, well, they don't wear their name tags all the time.
I mean, yeah, well, they do look a lot alike.
Yeah. So, but that. What do you got?
All those, the
Next
same,
episode?
Same.
We'll do next episode.
Okay. If I remember. I set my
You
goals.
should have
right
something.
I have some. I got some. I got some specific ones that I don't want to talk about on the podcast.
That's fine.
I'll tell you in 30 seconds.
That's fine.
But-
I've got maybe 2 that I maybe redacted from the pod.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, but are they specific, measurable, attainable, relevant,
Yes.
time based?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
that's it.
All right.
What about my sweat equity?
Get your 2021
Sweat
on.
Sweat equity. My sweat equity.
Your goals, baby.
My sweat equity. Sweat equity. What about my sweat equity?